when I started the project, like I said, I was fully invested. I was like, okay, I'm advocating for the dairy industry. But I really didn't know what all I was getting into when I started. So my main thing in high school was FFA. So going into high school, I really didn't have things going on. I played a little bit of sports, but I was never really good. So I was kind of looking for something. And my two older brothers, when they were in high school, were FFA members, like my dad. And so through those blessings of like serving as a chapter officer, being able to serve as a regional officer, it was just truly eye-opening just to see the different parts of our community. Seeing the different things that FFA tied into, but also seeing the different parts of agriculture. And I fell in love with it because I knew what we did on the farm and I really enjoyed it, but also seeing these different avenues that other people took part in, I wanted to see it, I wanted to learn about it. And so eventually it led to me being able to serve as a state officer, and I've just truly enjoyed that. Being able to go out across the entire state, meet people, see what they do, see what they're passionate about, I've just truly enjoyed it. When we were standing in front of the stage and they called my name for state president, I was shocked. Like, number one, I couldn't believe it, but I knew it was the biggest blessing. I found my own story in FFA with the ice cream truck, just being able to meet different people, and I found my love for it. I started thinking about Cheney's Dairy Barn in Bowling Green. And so I knew immediately if I could support Mr. Cheney or do something in the industry just to advocate for it, then I wanted to. And so we talked with Mr. Cheney. He said he'd let me sell his ice cream. And so we were kind of from there, but I had to figure out how I was going to sell it, right? And so being a broke high school student, I was like, well, I don't have any money. But my dad helped me out, and I took out a $10,000 loan myself, and he co-signed on it. Went to a junkyard and bought a truck for $1,000, turned back a 1989 GMC Holland van into an ice cream truck. And so here for the past almost 5 years now, I've been able to drive that around the state, drive it around Nelson County and serve ice cream. So the name's Jammin Ice Cream. It's kind of got two aspects. So number one, I love music, whether it's country music, pop music. I just love the environment that it can bring, and so had to put Jammin on there. So we put some speakers on the truck that play some music when we go through neighborhoods or at events, kind of to set the environment so everybody can have a good time. And the second one was, in high school, my nickname was Ben Jammin. Whether it was on the football field, in the classroom, it was Ben Jammin, and so figured, it worked out. It was a good name, so figured I'd tie it in. When COVID happened, like, it hit me bad. Like, I couldn't go out and do events, but what I started then, I was like, okay, well, if I can't go up and set somewhere, then I'll bring the ice cream to people. And so I started driving through neighborhoods, door to door, and just seeing the smile that these families would come out with, the little kids just so excited to see an ice cream truck for maybe the first time, it was just, it just filled my heart. Like, just seeing them so joyful, so happy. And so I was like, I want to do that for more people. And so through my project over the years, I realized that I don't have to be making this large profit. What I wanted to do was I wanted to see those smiles. I wanted to be able to leave an event with people happy that had a great time, had a great experience. And so whether I'm going to a neighborhood or going to a preschool to talk about the process of making ice cream or where milk comes from, it's just, it fills my heart just being able to see a kid or an adult, leave an event with a smile on their face.